So, in case you didn't notice, the market is super crazy. Inventory is low and demand is high. So that creates the perfect storm for, you guessed it, multiple offer situations. And I know some of you are really frustrated with this entire process, but I want to give you a couple of tips that may be able to help you navigate this to a successful end. I like to call these my C's for winning in multiple offer situation. The first one is contingencies. If you can eliminate or limit your contingencies along in your offer, it's going to make your offer stronger. So do your homework, find out if you have a house you have to sell first, find out if a bridge loan is something that's available for you, or make sure that your property is already under contract and past inspection periods. This is not the time to ask for long contingency periods, long option periods. You can get really aggressive, make it short, have a larger option fee, a larger earnest money. You may eliminate any additional expenses for the seller. You may choose to pay for the owner title policy. There are things that you can do to definitely remove contingencies, limit contingencies, and make your offer stronger. The next tip I have for you is communication. You definitely want to have make sure that your agent has communicated with the seller to find out, is there anything that would be important to them? Are they do they need more of a 45 or a 60-day closing instead of a 30-day? Or would a really quick closing be appealing to them? Do they need a couple of days for a lease back in order to move to their next home? How can you position the offer to make it most appealing to the seller? The third thing, a CMA. In these situations, the seller is going to often ask you for your highest and best offer. And without knowing what other properties have sold for in the neighborhood in the very recent past, you will not know how much is too much and what to offer. So your agent can prepare a comparative market analysis for you to show you those numbers, and then you can decide what you feel comfortable with and be ready to get really aggressive with those offers. Another tip is making sure that your offer is compelling. And what I mean by that is you can determine if maybe you're a candidate for writing a beautiful letter to the seller submitting that with your offer. It doesn't always work, but in some situations, if it's their personal home and they raise their family there, they may love to know your story. And so you can seek the advice of your realtor on whether or not they feel that this would be an advantageous route for you to go, but definitely have a compelling aspect to your offer, including have your lender contact the listing agent, either by phone call would be preferred. Also, they can email them and vouch for you. Because it's one thing to get an offer accepted, it's another thing to get to the closing table. So if you have a lender that will vouch for you, that speaks volumes to the listing agent. My last tip is to make sure that offer is complete and solid, and includes your pre-approval letter showing that your assets and income have been verified. The more solid of an offer you present, a clean offer where you're not asking for a lot of additional things, it's going to definitely increase your chances of winning and being the one that walks away with the house.